From Newsnets and CCTV, it's high school basketball coming to you tonight from Cadillac High School.
Oh, welcome back, everybody, to Newsnet's broadcast and CCTV's broadcast of high school girls basketball. We are just moments away from the national anthem. Tonight, it will be performed by the Cadillac High School Pep Band under the directions of Mr. Mike Filkins. So at this time, Evan and I are going to turn it over to the band. An outstanding job, as usual, by the high school pep band here at Cadillac High School and band director, Mr. Mike Filkins. And now let's take a look at the starting lineups here and what Evan and I expect to be an extremely fast-paced high school girls basketball game between Essexville Garber and the home team, the Cadillac High School Vikings. This is number 30 right here making her entrance. That's Lauren Walker. She's just a 10th grader. And then coming out number 14, that's Kaya McGinnis, also a 10th grader. Alyssa Dawkins wears number 23. She's a junior. Hannah Jatzik, she's a senior. She's wearing number 24. And their final starter is Elise Walker. She's a senior. She wears number 13 for Coach Kim Klein and Essexville.
And that brings us on over to the Vikings. Head coach Mike McLaurin. Up first, Molly Anderson, a junior, number 2. Next up, we have a senior, McKenna Bryant, number 3. Next up, we have a junior, number 15, Olivia Meyer. We have another senior coming up, number 10, Emma McTaggart. And last up, number 12, a senior, Michaela Knight.
Well, Ev, according to the coaching staff, sit back and get ready to see a lot of high-pressure defense from both teams. Some up and down the floor. Should be some great stuff here tonight.
I'm looking forward to it. Right before playoffs, that's the kind of basketball you want to see as, definitely holds you to a high standard and gets you ready for playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams coming into this with playoffs next week. You want to get playing your best basketball, have good practices, certainly get through injury-free here.
Yep. A couple weeks ago, we talked about how it's kind of the dog weeks of basketball, how you're trying to grind out the rest of the regular season. Right now, the players should have a lot of energy and be excited. We're about to start, hopefully, a big playoff run for both teams.
Vikings maintain control. They get into their man offense. Swing it from side to side. Look inside. They find McTaggart. She kicks it out. Finds Michaela Knight. Her 3 is a little bit off.
Great job by Emma finding that rebound.
Yeah, very patient. She wasn't panicked as she got over to it. Another three is just a little bit off. And the rebound is corralled by Lauren Walker, and back comes Essexville quickly down the floor.
Essexville with an early shot. The Vikings got the rebound. That little step back that Bryant did, I like that. A couple weeks ago, she hit one on the Vikings half of the court, but.
Ooh, she got the base side there. Goes baseline, drops it in for two. The Vikings get into their press.
Looks like a
little zone press here, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Molly Anderson almost picks that up from behind.
Oh, and they almost gave up a wide open layup, but the pass is just a little bit too crazy.
Yeah, at least Walker a little bit off on that pass. She had an open teammate. Had to make a difficult pass around the Vikings.
Essexville matches the Vikings in a press, but looks like Bryant was able to break it pretty easily. Oh, nice little hesitation there by Molly Anderson. Just that half a second pause made the defenders react, slide back over to their player.
And we get a very quick timeout here from Coach Kim Klein, and it doesn't surprise me, as they've given up two pretty easy baskets to the Vikings here. The weak side help hasn't been there at all.
Yep. No, I agree. I think it's a good timeout. Stop them at 4 points and fix the problem rather than let the Vikings get to 8-10 points and then try to fix it. And it's a quick fix. Make sure if you're help side defense, you're there.
Absolutely. So we'll get the Vikings to set up this press right here out the timeout. And we'll see how Essexville determines to try and break this.
Looks like a 1-2-2 press, kind of a zone press. Looks like they're see if they'll try to trap in the corner. I'm assuming they will.
Very patient job by Essexville, as they don't even make but one dribble on the pass break until they break it. There's some catch and look over. Vikings do turn them over at the end, however. Bryant trains at three. Quick 7 points for the Vikings here to start this game out tonight.
Whatever Coach McLaurin said in the locker room definitely worked.
Essexville, go ahead, Eb.
Looks like the scorekeeper might have forgot to put 3 points up for the Vikings.
Yeah, that'll get up there at some point.
Yep.
So Essexville hasn't had too much trouble breaking the Vikings' press in the front court. It's kind of been right underneath the basket as they get down the floor, where their troubles have started here. So the scoreboard is incorrect. It is 7-0 at this point in the game. Anderson with a drive, doesn't get that to finish up. Back comes Essexville on the run. Nice job by Michaela Knight.
If I saw it right.
Yep.
Yes.
We all saw that up here too, didn't we, Ev?
That's right. Nice job slapping the ball out of her hands. Ended up hitting her foot and rolled out. I believe Vikings, what's that, their third or fourth turnover already?
Yeah, they've turned over Essexville pretty well.
Yep.
Little change in the Vikings press that we have not seen this year is this little zone press that they've come out with. It's been often a man press with Molly Anderson way down the backcourt.
Deep three by McKenna Bryant, another great shot. She's been shooting deep, but they're going in.
She's got 8 of the Vikings' first 10. Is that right, Eb?
Yes, it is.
Once again, Essexville breaks the press.
Oh. Tough finish down there for Garber, but
Tegan Betzold with the first basket of the game for Essexville, and she'll get the free throw attempt out of that. First foul of the game goes to Molly Anderson of the Cadillac Vikings.
Right now these coaches may be switching things up just a little bit. That will come playoffs, other teams watching their film, they might want to kind of give their coaches a little more to look at and practice. Just off the mark for McKenna Bryant.
Boy, Essexville does get the ball down the floor in a hurry. Number 30 right there, that's Lauren Walker with the basket with her left hand up and off the glass. They get in their press and try to speed Cadillac up.
You can see McTaggart smiled after that. She saw the pass, just didn't want to fully commit. McKenna Bryant is feeling it tonight. That's her 10th point.
Nice offensive rebound for her. Put back. Anderson reads that, makes a steal. There's that little hesitation again, Ev. Alyssa Dawkins with the ball. She looks down the floor, just misses her teammate right there.
Dan, you're definitely right about calling a high-paced game. It is back and forth. I don't think either team's had possession for more than 30 seconds yet.
You're probably right on that. Checking in right now for the Vikings, Maddie Drabeck. She's got the ball right there. Vikings get in their offense.
So far, pretty good ball movement by the Vikings. Not really settling for a shot this possession. Garber is still bringing nice, tight defense, all just for our turnover as well.
Boy, they sure do headman the ball a lot, Ev.
This is exactly what the Vikings need before going into playoffs. A team that's not afraid to get in your face and play some tight defense.
Looks like Garber's in a zone on this possession, maybe the last one too here, Ev. I don't know if you noticed that. Sure you did from your coaching days.
I'll take the credit that you're giving me. I didn't notice it, but I'm going to take it.
Vikings been very strong on the offensive glass here early on in the first quarter. They are up 12-4 at this point.
Garber's pushing the pace, but I think they need to slow down just a little bit.
Yeah, they have been a little bit sloppy here in this game, for sure.
Emma McTaggart has gotten, that's got to be at least her third or fourth offensive rebound alone.
There's a nice look right there from Molly Anderson into senior Michaela Knight. Once again, last home game for the Vikings here tonight. Last home game for the seniors in regular season play. Just about a minute to play here in an extremely fast-paced first quarter. The Vikings up by 10 at this point.
Garber's in a 2-3 zone, kind of a high zone. Whoever's guarding the ball handler, the point guard, they're meeting them way up high. So Garber realized they had numbers, kicked it out for an open three just off the mark.
It's a good aggressive play right there. Just a jump ball, or was it a foul call, Ev? What'd you see
I thought it was a jump ball. Looks like a foul. I thought jump ball and Garber kind of forced whichever Viking it was over her, but yeah, I think there was a foul on Michaela Knight there, but neither team's in foul trouble, so it's not too big of a deal.
Vikings drop back on this possession. They're matching up right now. We've got Anna Whipple, Jocelyn Seeley making their first step onto the floor here tonight.
Looks like a foul, I'm guessing, on number 3. Is that? Yep, McKenna Bryant.
Her first team foul. That's one of those ones where you got to move your feet a little bit more, Ev. She didn't. She kind of stood in reach, and she picked that up.
Yep. Didn't fully commit to the help side D, and yeah, ended up getting fouled. But
Elise Walker drains the first free throw.
we'll see if these 2 free throws, if she makes a second, if that gives Garber a little bit of momentum and start closing the gap on the Vikings.
It will for sure allow them to get into the press that they've been using.
Yep.
She's long on that one. Drabeck with the rebound. And they have to retreat to half court.
Yeah.
Fourth team foul as Maddie Drabeck was really going to the glass hard right there. She kind of stumbled a little bit, fell into the player in front of her, and she picks up that foul.
Right as I say, neither team's in foul trouble. The Vikings pick up 2 or 3 quick fouls.
24 seconds to go. We hope you're enjoying our broadcast here. We want to make sure and mention our sponsors tonight, Pizza Plus, Fox Motors, and Cadillac Tire. Appreciate their support financially to help us bring you both boys and girls basketball all season long here on CCTV, on Newsnet and CCTV. So that's the way the fast-paced first quarter will end, Evan. 14-5 with the Vikings lead, and we'll be right back with second quarter action.